Yo, real quick, want to shout out Marin, Stefani. I know that's not really probably how you pronounce your name, but he supplied the intro and outro to this episode. It's off his Dusk EP, and I'm linking that in the description as well as his other socials. They'll be through his SoundCloud profile as well. It's super sick. He was in episode 4. He just walked by us on the street, and now he supplied us with music. So it's super cool, and a big thanks to him for that. In other news, we are on a few different platforms. We're now on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. So I don't know what you're going to do with like those last 4, but we're on Spotify and Anchor. So check us out on those. Those are also linked on the SoundCloud profile. Other than that, thanks so much. Let's get into the episode.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to 7th Street. I'm your host, Hamza.
And I'm Clark, and it's such a great day out here. I'm so gracious and happy to be here with everyone today, so thanks so much for tuning in.
Today, we have a special guest, someone really close to me, my cousin, Isabelle.
Hello, everyone. Excited to be here, really hyped.
Yes, we can tell. All right. So, Isabelle, tell us a little bit about yourself to get things started.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm in an interview. Just a little bit about me. I just graduated from the U, studying marketing and Spanish, so, you know, that double major life.
Caliente.
See?
Spicy major. We'll edit that one.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Yeah, and I'm just living the graduated life.
Hell yeah.
Interning a little bit. I have an interview tomorrow with Minnesota United.
Oh, really?
Guest experience, so
okay.
Hopefully that'll be pretty cool.
She grew up with Henry. They're neighbors.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Wait,
Sorry.
how do you know Henry?
I'm like, he's one of my best friends from
really?
Washburn, yeah.
No way.
That's tight.
He lives 2 houses away from me.
You know he's in Peru right now?
Really?
Yeah, he's in Peru for like 2 months.
Studying like what, soil?
Yeah, he's basically studying like pebbles or something.
Yeah, he's a geologist.
He's like researching pebbles, I think.
I did see he like posted something on his. I actually like responded to one of his like Instagram stories or something. I was like, holy shit, it looks so cool where you're at. Like,
it's crazy.
What TF are you even doing these days?
Right,
and he was like telling me. I didn't know he was in Peru though.
Yeah. So he's there for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I think we're gonna have him on
as soon as he gets back.
When he gets back to convey his feelings. But today, you know, I'm feeling really kind of mystical and kind of mysterious. For some reason, you know, last night, I've just been really thinking a lot about our reality, especially, you know, from last week. Anthony really opened my eyes to delving into my own psyche. And, you know, today I was thinking about, I'm wondering, and I'll pose a quick story before I kind of pose this question to you guys. But, you know, last night I had quite a strange dream. I walked in to a nursing office, you know, and I started having some feelings of anxiety, and I could
like
just
a nursing home or like a doctor?
No, but it was like a minute clinic kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
So like a minor kind of thing where I'm voluntarily going there, right? And I walk in, and the nurse looks on the list of what I wanted, of what I requested, and she goes, "Okay, so you had the shot and then the catheter putting in, and then I was like, whoa. I did not request this catheter." And the thing is, I'm just diving into this scenario, so I don't know the context. Why would I request this, you know? I don't think that I would want one, you know? And so she pulls out this fat device, and I'm like, is that really going in there? And so, you know, these fears, and, you know, it's just building and building, and at the last moment, I turn my head away right as she's going to insert it into, I think we all know where, and I wake up, and, you know.
What time was it?
It was 4 a.m, and, you know, I just felt
tragic.
I felt empty and alone. So I'm wondering, you know, do you guys think that dreams mimic reality? And if it does, what do you think that dream meant for me? I'm curious.
That's some really interesting stuff that happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think like maybe you're afraid of something happening. I don't know, like something inevitable that you don't want to happen is gonna happen, and you're just trying to.
Yeah.
Or like something's out of your control. Like that you're not in control, and that's true. She's like, fuck you, I'm putting this shit in you.
But yeah, exactly. But the weirdest thing is, dude, it's like, why would I request that? Because it was clear that like
maybe it's something you need, but not something you want.
Because I definitely didn't need it. Because in my mind, I'm like, wait, I don't want this. Like, why would I request that? Because I don't think you just randomly request that, you know? I don't think.
I mean, I'm going to the doctor today. Can I please get a catheter while I'm in here?
You might be into it.
Nothing's wrong with them, but
exactly.
Maybe like you're like low key into that stuff, and you're just starting to like awaken.
Could be true.
Like BDSM type shit.
Yeah.
With catheters.
Well, that is a thing. It's actually called, what's it called? Or something.
What the hell is that? What?
Bro, there's this disgusting video that we saw like sophomore year. I remember I was in Sabur's class.
What?
And that was when everyone was on those like weird ass videos. And like, you know, like that time in your life when you just like become awakened to all these horrible,
like the nasty
deep
shit on the internet.
Deep dark like fucking.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Never seen it.
You haven't?
No, I know what it is though, but I've never seen it.
Oh god, like it will haunt you.
I know what happens.
I think I like my fucking psyche changed after watching that. Like, you know how they say if you do like a ton of drugs, it like changes your brain development.
That just woke you up.
I think it literally like did that.
You grew up right then and there.
Yeah, 100%, dude, 100%.
Day became a man.
Exactly. I think that like triggered puberty or something in me. But basically, like I watched that video. So this was all like within a week because everyone was just like on that shit for some reason for like a month. And basically, we started watching. We watched. What was it? Or something.
I've also heard of that one. I don't know what it is, but I've heard of it.
That one's
you don't need to, you should explain
brutal, dude. That's when
with details, please.
Well, I can't remember. So is it a fucking a?
I've not.
Have you seen that one?
I saw it so long ago, and that's another one.
Yeah.
That I like tried to like block out of my
right,
memory.
exactly.
Y'all are nasty.
But then
that was wholesome.
So we saw that one. So you see, you know, two shitting in a eating it, whatever. Then you see two fucking a. It's like, okay, this is getting a little bit much, and then
a little bit much.
And then you see a girl stick into a dude's. And not to get graphic, I think we already have, but like that shit like kind of like because of the size of the object going into.
Oh Jesus.
So Isabelle, great to have you on, by the way.
Yeah.
really appreciate you putting yourself through this.
No.
But yeah, so you know, I just wonder kind of what all those things mean and why those things are so popular. Because who the fuck wants to watch that, you know?
You know, I think there's a market for everybody.
Yeah. Literally,
you know?
anything.
If you're
you can
into
market
something,
anything.
If you're into something,
yeah.
I can guarantee you can find it. Like maybe it's some really unconventional site where you need like 3 proxies for it, but I can guarantee that like
deep web.
100%.
You can like there's dark web type shit where you can like find like necrophiliac stuff. You know, like you can find anything.
Yeah. Have you guys ever ventured into the deep web?
No.
I had a friend who would buy drugs off like some like darknet website.
Why would you do that?
That sounds
Why wouldn't
sus.
you just like go through normal methods?
Dude, they sell fucking like.
But no, this website I actually looked into. I forget the name of it, but like they had like rules and stuff where like no child pornography, no violence, no. It was like really all you can sell is like used underwear and drugs. And like normal stuff.
Those go together pretty well, I'd say. Used underwear and drugs.
Yeah.
What is used underwear?
That's like a thing in Japan.
Used underwear?
Yeah, like old people, and that's like a thing people like want like used underwear or like used like stockings. It's like
Ew. Like for a sex thing, or because like
Yeah.
they're trying to save money?
Yeah. They're being thrifty.
No.
Thrifty. They have to go to the deep web to
Yeah,
thrift.
right. Well, they're not selling that in thrift stores, tell you that much.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
No, I bet you could buy
I'm
underwear
sure you
in a
could buy
thrift
underwear
store.
in a thrift store.
Or socks.
But they'd probably like be the ones that already are in packages, like the unopened sort of thing, you know?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe try and share like a staph infection with everyone. That's the best way to do it, I bet.
Oh my god, this just reminded me. I haven't thought about this in years, but there was this girl in my grade school, and everyone thought she was so weird because she would make clothes out of old underwear. Like, she had this like V-neck shirt that she like sewed old underwear, her own
What?
underwear. It was like patterned or something.
How did it look?
I mean, it looked like she was wearing a patterned tank top, but then she proceeded to tell us that it was underwear, and we're like, why would you tell us? Like, we never would have guessed.
Was it cool? Besides that?
I mean, it was just like she was a little, odd. It wasn't like a cute shirt or anything. It was just like normal.
Oh, and remind me, what school did you go to again?
Like Carondelet.
You ever heard of that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Why is it some...
Isn't it like a Catholic school?
Yeah, it is.
She did Catholic school her whole life. Except
Really?
Except for
For now.
college, yeah.
I had to
said-
break free.
How
I
did
like
that...
Jesus, but not that much. That's what she said.
How did Catholic school go for you?
It was okay. I went to De La Salle for high school, so it was
Okay.
like more private than like
Yeah,
Catholic.
yeah.
But
I
I
feel
don't
it.
know. It makes me like all of it. I think has led me to be very not religious.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, I would recommend you check out our last episode because we talked about religion last time, and like that there's definitely a place for religion, but it makes a lot of sense that people like push it away.
Yeah.
But like the values and the morals that it like brings definitely can be a good thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For sure.
Do you see yourself like going back to it at some point? Like, is that a possibility for you, or are you just kind of like completely dismissing it?
Yeah. I don't think I would ever go back to Catholicism. I think it's
Mhm.
like pretty fucked up. Not to insult Catholic
No,
people,
I'm
but like
I'm not religious either.
yeah, but maybe like something else eventually in my life when I'm like looking for
Right.
belonging somewhere
When
and I
we- when
can't
we-
find it anywhere else.
When we realize that all this is nothing, like
Yeah.
when you truly realize it.
yeah, when we get so depressed that we have to turn to religion. Yep.
Exactly. Exactly. Definitely like, well, we talked about this last time, but like spiritualism, I think, is like a different way of looking at just being like spiritual. You
Yeah.
know? Like, I think that's like a healthier type of way of
I feel like
doing
that's
it.
a thing, and it's like it can be with religion, but it itself is something different.
Right.
Yeah.
I think spirituality is religion, but without religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's like I always say I'm more like spiritual than religious. Like, I believe in certain things, but yeah, whatever. I'm so fucking spiritual. Yeah, also I feel like in our generation too, like religion is just like dying. Like I can't believe they're building that church over on like
Right.
what 13th or whatever.
Oh, that's a big ass building. Gonna be a
Huge.
church.
Who's gonna go there? That's like
Shit, I would.
like I feel like college kids are always. I always talk to people and they're like, yeah, I guess
Walk
I like,
of shame.
I'm kind of like spiritual.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take that walk of
Stop
shame
by
from
church.
Perfect corner.
that one person's place all the way to the
Yeah.
church. You know.
And maybe I'll start
Gotta
like repenting. Yeah.
For real.
Every Sunday morning.
So have you ever done like the confessional thing?
I did it at my like first confession or whatever.
What'd you tell them?
I was like, I'm like so mean to my parents.
That
I
you
kind of
watched
hate my
Two
brother.
Girls, One Cup?
Yeah.
That's what I would fucking confess to, because
No.
I think that's like a sin.
Isn't
That's
like,
like
forgive
one
me,
of the,
Father, for I have sinned, and you're like, oh, what'd you do? And then you're like, I.
I watched a guy fuck a horse on YouTube. He'd be like, oh.
Wait, so let's say it's like I killed a person. Will they like report?
Dude, that's what I don't fucking know. That's what I've been
like,
wondering
hey,
my
this is
entire
between
life.
you, me, and God. I don't know why they need to be in this. But like,
Yeah.
would you be like, oh shit, I
No,
can't.
there's like rules. It's like
Okay,
it's kind of like the same rules as like your psychiatrist
therapy or
or
something.
therapist or
Yeah.
something. Like unless you're worried that someone's gonna like be injured from it or something. Like if you went in and you're like, forgive me, Father, I am going to kill someone tonight. Then they would
Yeah.
they could call the police. But if
Yeah.
I feel like if you were like, I already killed someone, that's kind of like.
Beyond the
well, like,
statute of limitations.
Yeah, like, well, can't do anything about it now. They're already
Yeah.
fucking dead.
Well, yeah, see, that's a fucking gray area. See, even in the church, you can't be fully honest. God damn it.
Who can you be honest with?
Excuse my language.
If not God.
Right, exactly.
No, we should stop making fun of it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of God and religions, so you were in Greek life.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay.
But I want, because you know, I feel like rarely we get an inside look into
Especially
the life
for sororities.
and an ex sorority member. Isabelle just graduated, by the way. Congratulations to her.
Thank you. Yeah, round of applause for me. Thanks.
Exactly. And so I'm just curious, you know, what was your experience with Greek life? How did you feel about it? And what advice would you give people who maybe are on the edge of going into it or not going into it?
Wow. Well, I mean, I joined my sophomore year, so I didn't even join my freshman year. Hamza, you've been to a couple of events too, right?
Yeah, I'm a regular. They love me there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe don't put in the name of the house.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Cool.
Yeah, so Hamza's been to a couple of sorority events.
I'm a regular.
Yeah, regular. And yeah, I really liked it when I first joined. It was cool because I didn't really have a ton of girlfriends, so it was kind of I missed that from high school, having my squad. And I definitely have made some really good friends from it, but just towards the end I kind of realized that a lot of people in it aren't, it's very much like a facade, you know, you are one person when you go to the chapter house, and at home you're completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's kind of why I left.
So did you have to sacrifice a goat or something to get in, or what was the deal?
Yeah, I did actually. 3 goats.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy. But what actually was was there a ritual? What is this fucking weird, you have a robe and you cut, you put blood in wine and then drink it?
Oh, for
Is that
church?
a thing?
Excuse me, what? Where did you hear that?
Are you talking about communion?
I thought they are in robes and they do some weird chant and then they're in
Are you talking about frats?
We
I
have
don't
to,
know.
We have to cut out a hunk of our flesh and feed it to our friends.
Yeah, you gotta give it, so I know a lot about this because, you know, I'm a regular.
Yeah.
Cut a ton of flesh, and then you cook it, and then there are bigs, littles, and G-bigs. G-bigs are you know what, there's a dynamic, so
Yeah.
you give it to your little.
Oh.
You fried up a good gnocchi.
Yeah, and then
I
he's
see.
Yeah.
if you don't eat this, we don't fucking want you.
I see.
And they're oh shit, okay.
But isn't there actual rituals?
Yeah.
Isn't there a sword or something?
I mean, every chapter is different.
Okay.
Every chapter has a different ritual.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure all of them do, you know, initiation and stuff, but ours is very based off Greek mythology. So it's just we don't do anything crazy, but also
Right.
sororities at the U are really strict on that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's there's nothing at least that I've heard that's too crazy.
Right.
And I know frats are definitely different, but yeah.
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 Definitely.
But yeah, it's very low key. We just read some stuff.
Yeah. Do you have to is it Latin or something? I'm just
there-
trying to find
there- there
some
is
weird thing.
There is some Latin, yeah, and there's
Okay.
there are chants and
I knew
stuff.
it.
Yeah, but it's not it's not scary. And even
Okay.
we had a chapter person, a chapter advisor come in this year for our initiation, and she was you have to turn all the lights in the house on during this because people will be so scared and think that they're gonna be hazed, but we don't
Right.
do that.
Right.
And we were all mad because we're we normally have some lights on, but it's not all the lights are on.
All
Right.
of the lights.
All of
Okay.
the lights are
So there wasn't any hazing. You didn't experience any hazing.
No, I didn't.
I've heard that for the sororities, it's a lot better, especially at
for
the
sure.
U.
Mm-hmm.
But for the frats, I've heard you have to you have to drink a whole gallon of milk only using Oreos or something.
Really?
So the only way that you can, and I don't think this is at the U, but it's
So you have to soak it with the Oreo
you have to,
cookie.
the only way you can drink the milk is by having it soaked into an Oreo. So you have to finish an entire gallon of milk that way.
I wonder how many
Oh,
Oreos
yeah,
that takes.
That's gotta be several packages.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
That sounds nice.
Honestly, I would just be
Just some
throwing the
cereal.
milk into my mouth. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, make a little thing with it,
Little bowl. Yeah.
You can make like an Oreo
You just
milkshake.
take all the
Does that count?
all the
I don't know.
filling and then like use that to like pat it all together so you can.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, that's good. Seems like you had a decent experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've heard some like crazy stuff that frats do, like hazing too.
Yeah.
But
That shit's just so
sororities,
crazy.
Not so much here, at least.
We got to get a frat dude on, I think, Hamza.
Yeah.
I know just the one.
Absolutely. But yeah, honestly, like the Greek life stuff, I think they basically try to like entice you to get in like with welcome week, cuz I was debating going in my freshman year, like right when I started, where they allow anyone to come in and they allow like every freshman dude to like join the party and shit.
Yeah, like rush, yeah.
Exactly. And they're like trying to get you to do it and they're like, "Oh, let me give me my number," like all this shit, and they're like, "Oh, it's so dope." And they're really just trying to get you to, I mean, like
sign your life away.
and like, but like in a way, yes, but also I know dudes who really love the frats. Like I agree, like people like it for the social aspect. It's a good networking thing. I know a friend who got an internship this summer because of his frat like network.
Yeah, actually I know a guy, I forget what frat he's in, but the creator of Venmo is in the same frat. Was in the same, not like same, like different chapter, same frat. He met him and then they bonded over that and he actually got an internship through it.
Really?
Yeah.
At Venmo?
Yeah, I guess.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, I feel like, I mean, when I give, I'm a tour guide here. Izzy got me the job. When I give tours, I always talk about how like frats, like Greek life is more so about like the networking than it is like, I mean, you can be like a broing out or like a girling out. I don't know. But end of the day, it's just like a really easy and good way to network because like these are some like entitled fucks at times. Like some of them are. That means they got some really good connections.
Yeah.
You know?
For real. They're not afraid to be a bro.
To like flex.
Yeah, right.
So like,
sure.
boom, like be this guy's friend, meet their family. Their dad's like, "Oh, I'm partner at her," and then like, "Oh, boom, you're in."
Right. Yeah.
It definitely like depends on what you want to do though, for sure. Like I thought that's how it was gonna be. Like I thought I was gonna like make all these good connections, but I realized like nothing I really want to do is something that can be like.
Are house dads a thing?
House dads.
Like they're house moms.
House moms, not house dads.
Oh shit.
I feel like that would get creepy like quick,
Yo, what's up, bro? I want to be a house dad.
Oh, like wait, what is a house mom?
It's like you have like a woman. There's like a lot of criteria to be a house mom. I think you have to be like single, over 60, like have a lot of free time. You just like live in sorority houses or like frats do it too, and you just like sometimes you'll help like cook or like
you're their
coordinate
mom.
things.
Oh,
it's like a live-in adult.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I mean, you think about like how hard it would be to manage a whole house as like a group of college-aged girls or guys.
Yeah.
I bet the frat houses just get fucking trashed.
That's why every summer.
Have you been in the frats?
I have before.
They're so gross.
But
I've not.
Oh my god.
You haven't?
No, I've never gotten to a frat party. I've been stopped at the door every single. My freshman year, I went. It was me and you know those people. JP, you know JP. My age went to Washburn.
Yeah.
Nate, Kevin, Lowen, Jacob Lona. It's just like a ton of. I'm the only person who like wasn't white.
Yes.
JP's Colombian, but functionally in this situation he's white. Because you can't really tell.
Okay.
They all say the same thing to get in. Like, oh yeah, I'm this guy's friend. I say it and they're like, oh wait, hold on, let me check that real quick. And the guy's like, I don't fucking know this dude, get out of here. Like, and then it happened again at a different one the next day, and then I was just like, fuck this shit. I don't even really want to go to these. Like, I'm only trying to hang out with my friends. This is what they like. It's not my, I was like, I'm just gonna go home and play Minecraft.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
I was gonna say, I feel like the frats aren't your scene, Hamza.
No, I'm too cool for that.
Yeah.
Bloco at like
Frito Loco.
11 p.m.
Yup. Kitty Cat Club. Honey. That one Driftwood bar on like Nicollet and 44th, 43rd. Yeah, it's right by right next to that Pump and Munch, that gas station.
Oh my god, that Pump and Munch is like the weirdest place in South Minneapolis.
Yeah, like right there's like that yeah, there's like the crematorium place. You know, there's like that.
Yeah, the like funeral home.
Yep. And then there's that like it used to be a rose place. Now it's like wood. And
Oh
then,
yeah, I
and
know
then,
exactly.
And then it's the gas station, and then next to that's this driftwood bar.
It's like really close to Washburn.
Yeah, it's like 50-year-olds, so it's my kind of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's our hood.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So I've had this song stuck in my head. It's Moonlight by XXXTentacion. It's like moonlight, yeah, shine like moonlight, moonlight. Anyway,
It's a good song.
it's a good song.
I
He
love
was
that
kind of
song.
like, I know he was trying to repent by the time he died. Also, if anyone cares about him, he in reverse, he's like 6 days from now. He wasn't that good a person though, you know. And at what point do you have to like separate like the artist from the art? Because I've been thinking about that a lot. With like Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, all that kind of stuff. I think there's like two big groups of people. I think there's people who are a product of the environment and they end up doing all this kind of shitty shit. And I think that's where Michael Jackson falls because he had such a horrible upbringing and that kind of like led him down the path he was because he had a fucked up childhood. Like his brothers would make him pretend to be asleep and then fuck people in their room. And his dad beat the shit out of all of them, you know? And then you got R. Kelly who just like can't keep shit in his pants,
Yeah.
you know?
R. Kelly's just.
It's like
What? Who are you?
Yeah. Also, have you guys like read the whole story of like what
Like the P girl or like the
just
most
like
recent
all
one?
just like in general, like he would like manipulate all these girls to
Like 14-year-old girls.
yeah, so little to like live with him and like they like didn't even I don't know. It was like what's it called when you like fall in love with your like
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
that
nice.
Stockholm syndrome.
That's
I feel
crazy.
like that's like what they all had.
Could you guys like fully separate the artist from the art?
Bro,
'Cause,
it's like my dream. Can you fully separate the catheter from reality? You know, the dream is different than the reality, but in a way, it's kind of a representative of it. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, what I think is like with an artist and their art. Yes, like he did all these great things. He put out all this great music. But the reason that you fuck with someone or fuck with someone's art is because you know about their character. I think that's one way of looking at it. I don't know if that's the way that I like exactly feel about it because I really don't know. And there's definitely a gray area, but that's like one representative characteristic. What up, baby boy? Obsa and Mo are here. They're going to have a few things to say. I know that they do.
Baby boy.
Yo, we
White
said,
boy.
can you separate art from the artist?
Yeah.
No. I think each artist has their own type of art.
Art is literally like who they are.
I'm talking about like, so like, I'm thinking like, there's Michael Jackson who like, he did some fucked up shit, but he was like a product of this environment. Cause you know how his upbringing was, it's so messed up. And that led him down that path. And then you got R. Kelly who just like can't keep his shit in his pants and he's being manipulative intentionally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people don't listen to R. Kelly because of how bad he is, which is understandable. People listen to Michael Jackson because they think of how bad he is, which is also understandable. But there are, you know, do you think context around why they're like that matters?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you fuck with someone because you fuck with an artist because you know their backstory and you know what type of character they have, you know?
And most of the time, like an artist, when they express themselves, like it's called an art because it's a form of expression, right?
Yeah.
And when they express themselves, they're expressing who they are. So like you really can't like separate an artist from his art because like whatever they do, that's who they are.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's why like it's a gray area. Like Kodak, like he makes great music, but you look at it, what he does is like he does some fucked up shit and he does some terrible shit. So it's like, damn, like that's who he is. Like even in his music, you can hear like that's who he is. You can't separate that. But as far as Michael Jackson and like Michael Jackson, that's a mental thing. Like he was just fucked up from the moment he was born. Like he didn't know anything better, and he like expressed himself in a different way. And R. Kelly, he's just stupid.
But is that the only way that you can produce like good art is by like being fucked up? That's what I wonder about.
That's a
like,
thing called
you
art
think
rock.
about like Queen, the band Queen, like there were some fucked up people, not in a bad way. Like they did their own shit and they expressed themselves how they wanted to express themselves. So when an artist does something, that's form of how they want to express themselves.
What do you got to say, Mo?
Mo's an artist.
I feel like artists are separated into categories. So within those categories, obviously you have musicians, artists who are painters, and so forth, you know. But each artist has their own individual style that they have. Being an artist is being individualistic, meaning that no one's the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own form, their own individualistic ideas where, of course, music artists aren't the same as painters, right?
Right. But the problem is, R. Kelly's form of art is peeing on little girls, so this is where we run into issues.
Bro, that nigga went all over them.
When you think about R. Kelly, yeah, he's wild for doing that. And his downfall is literally 2019. But when I think of artists being crazy and doing whack stuff, I'm thinking of a Van Gogh cutting his ear off.
Oh, I forgot he did
A
that.
classic.
Would he be as famous as he is
Well, like
if he didn't cut his ear off? No? Yeah?
It's getting crowded in here.
art is cool, but you can say that about anything. Like, how about a doctor, right? He's a doctor. He works on patients.
Yeah,
And outside of his medicine practice, like he's just a terrible person. He abuses his wife, and he does all this shit. So like for that, and are you not gonna go to that doctor? Because I mean, it's a reach, but it's a reach, but it's like. It's not only in art, in sport. Like, what's his face? Michael Vick. Like, with the dog shit. Like, does that make him a terrible just person? Because he did that?
I think
Like,
the
so
question here
you'll
is,
just, like, stop watching football?
I think the question is, does good reputation or bad reputation make the individual who they are? Does it elevate them, or does it, create their downfall, like in R. Kelly's case?
Or, like, even Trump. Like, okay, he's a fucked up person. People still think he's a good president. Like, I think it just depends on how the person takes it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and
how you about how you
like,
interpret what they do.
does it like it's like, okay, the person did this, and are you still supporting him? Like, people still support Trump, and people still support Kodak. There are still people listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah, there's good reputation and bad reputation. In the case of Van Gogh, yeah, I'd still support him, but R. Kelly pissing on girls and
you know what's crazy?
trying to get married to teenagers.
Bro,
I don't support
this
those
man
type of
put out a
people
song
like
where the
R.
hook.
Kelly.
Bro, this man put a song out where the hook is my mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Like, what? That's a red flag right there.
I think R. Kelly's art is him. Like, he's the perfect example of, like, you are 100% what you're singing about, which is, like, fucking.
Have you guys seen Trapped in a Closet?
Yeah.
That's R. Kelly documentary, right?
It's his
like
like
a-
hip opera, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what it's called
I remember-
officially.
American Dad did a spoof of it, which is also really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
bro,
is-
it's long.
It's
like,
so long, but it's
so
also like
long.
pretty fucked up.
Bro, it
What is
gets
it about?
crazy. So this guy, he's like fucking this lady, and someone correct me if I'm wrong. And then her boyfriend
Or like her husband
comes
or something.
back, so he's
Yeah.
hiding, and then apparently like fast forward, husband has a mistress who's a guy, and it's fast forward and shit happens. I don't remember it, but it's like something like that.
I feel like it's just like bad decision after bad decision though, like the whole time. And then
What-
he sings it.
Where did he hide when he hid in the closet?
Yeah.
Bro, when I was hooking up with a girl one day, this was like probably sophomore year in high school. When I got her parents came home and I went into the closet and it was full of One Direction posters and like One Direction cardboard cutouts and shit, and I was like, all right, leaving. So that didn't happen with R. Kelly.
Bro, there's this one time
He
I
did
was,
actually see One Direction in the closet.
Oh wow,
I was,
that's crazy.
it's nothing about hiding, but I was with Mo and Obsa. Remember we went to that Halloween party?
The Halloween.
Like that
Was it-
with Andres?
Oh, yeah.
Remember there's that girl I made out with? So there's this girl, right? She found I was on the team, and then just instantly started fucking with me. And then it's like her, me, and then there's like a wall, and around the corners our friend Andres, who everyone here knows, and some guy he's talking to, and then she like starts kissing, making out with me, and then we leave, and I tell Andres that the guy he was talking to is her boyfriend.
Oh my god.
And then I saw her later on for teacher's birthday party. One of our coworkers, went to her birthday party. She was there, and then she followed me the whole time I was there.
Wow.
It's completely unrelated.
Point of the story: Hamza gets hosed.
You know, I pull. Hey, let me get some.
But yeah, man. I mean, shit. The art, art is art at the end of the day. You guys, did you know that fucking Van Gogh? Or it was I think it was Van Gogh, but there's like controversy surrounding his death. Like there's all this mystery around like how he died and who he was with when he died and who killed him. Because basically, supposedly he was out in this field like painting one day, and he
Didn't he shoot himself?
And he comes back with a shotgun wound in his side, and he like goes back and he dies in his bed, right? And supposedly he would have left all of his art supplies in this field. People went back and all the art supplies were gone. So what they think was happening was there was this group of kids who was like always harassing him, and they think that they like got a hold of a gun or something and they were like fucking around with him and they actually accidentally shot him. But because he didn't want to rat out these kids and tarnish their name or whatever, he just didn't say shit, and he just like went home and died like in his bed after he got shot.
Holy shit.
So he was pretty fucking crazy, dude. Apparently like ate paint and like didn't he cut off his ear?
Yeah,
right?
He had some severe mental health issues. He's actually on an episode of Doctor Who, 'cause I know you've watched Doctor Who, haven't
The
you?
dude cut his ear off. Of course, he's mentally incapable.
But yeah, he had some stuff going on.
of being normal, but still great artist.
Don't you think it's
nonetheless.
interesting how like artists, like paint and like drawing artists, usually don't make money when they're doing their stuff?
What do you mean?
Like
their paintings only become valuable after.
when
Like
they're
Van Gogh
after the
made
fact.
like no money off
He's
his paintings.
poor.
Yeah, so poor.
And now look how much any random one would cost. Isn't that crazy? Just like now, it's like now you fuck with me because I'm dead.
He's probably salty as fuck.
Yeah, I bet.
Speaking of, have you guys listened to any of these like post-mortem albums that have been coming out lately?
Mm-mm.
Like Avicii came out with one.
Do y'all like? What do y'all think of that? The fact that they're putting out this artist's music after they're dead. Because you know, Escape with Michael Jackson, like he said he wants it released for free, and this record label like, no, we're gonna make a profit off of this.
Yeah, that is fucked. It kind of weirds me out, honestly.
Bands and macro bands.
It kind of makes me think like, are you still alive? Like it brings all these like weird conspiracies.
Like Tupac, man, he's putting stuff out from Cuba.
Explain that one.
He's alive in Cuba.
Tupac is alive, bro.
In Cuba.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that one? Why do people think he's alive in Cuba? Just cause?
There's a whole. I forget. I read up on it actually. Bro, people actually think he's alive.
That's crazy.
People just saw him get shot, I think, and like they didn't really see nothing out of it.
Oh fuck. That's wild, dude. There's so many crazy conspiracies over people like celebrities being killed. There's one over XXX. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't there?
There was a video. That dude was laying there dead.
Yeah, that's true. That
Oh,
one's a
in the
little bit
car?
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard some people be like, oh yeah, they think he's just gonna like come back or something. Like this is all a marketing fucking stunt or something.
That's
a
so
fucked up marketing
It's so
stunt.
fucked up.
That's
And
okay.
just to be clear, I don't believe that. Like that's fucked. But yeah, it's pretty wild. So if you guys had to like,
You're gonna lay low for in Africa for 20 years and come back. How long was Dave Chappelle in there?
Dave Chappelle,
He got too big and went to Africa for X amount of years and came back.
and he came back and hit it off, right? With,
Yeah,
like, two
I saw
specials?
him at the Orpheum my senior year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He's crazy,
He
bro.
left on purpose.
Yeah, he
They
couldn't
already gave him
handle it.
$60 million. He was like, "Fuck that! I need to get out of here."
Damn,
Oh my god.
that's super crazy.
He turned down $60 million.
If you guys had to make a great escape, what would you do?
I'll get back to you.
I would probably. That's a tough one.
Catch me finding a private pilot, one of my friends, just escaping to Australia, chilling, coastline, a bunch of kangaroos in my house with many acres. That's where you'll catch me. But
Marsupials.
that's not going to happen because I'm going to keep it confidential wherever I end up. you won't know. Kind of like Tupac or, you know, the criminals of major wars, you know, like the Nazis. They'd all run away to Africa or like South America, and they're still finding them today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bro.
Even Bosnian war criminals, Serbs that ran away are South America, North America.
It's all.
There was a guy, there was a guy, they found him in South America, another guy in Africa. Like, they're all over the world, and you just gotta find them, you know. But for my sake, I wouldn't tell you where that'd go. Maybe Australia, but we'll just leave it there as a perhaps.
There's this Yakuza boss found in Thailand, and the only reason that they found out it was him is because they get like ceremonial tattoos. I forget what they're called, like origami or something like that. And they just saw this old ass dude with some like crazy ass tattoos, and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of odd."
Who was that?
Some Yakuza boss. I pulled up the article.
What is Yakuza?
Yakuza's a Japanese mob. Look at his tattoos. That's cold.
That's super sick.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
it's a
get that.
tattoo on his like a tiger on his back.
I'm gonna get that on my
But-
face.
The way I would get out, Hindenburg. All you need to know.
Oh.
All you need to know.
Who do you think someone actually tried to get out with that shit?
No.
Hindenburg, can you give us a little?
Bro, the Hindenburg,
synopsis of what that is?
the Hindenburg's never gonna be a thing ever again.
I'm gonna.
Immediately, I find a hole in your plan.
Oh, bitches.
So
What
the
is
Hin-
it?
Is he talking
It was
about
a-
blimp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, he's trying to
Are you
fucking
serious?
burn
You're
down in a
gonna run away
blimp.
in a blimp? Like, no one's gonna
and then it's gonna
catch you
blow
in
up, and everyone's gonna think I'm
huge-ass
dead, but then I'm
50-year
out this
blimp.
hoe.
When's the last time you've seen a fucking blimp?
Blimps exist, bro. Zeppelins?
Remember when they used to have them in like the Timberwolves stadium, like
Exactly.
the mini blimps?
Exactly.
yeah,
Blimps
that's
are around
true.
still. Suck my dick.
You could drive a mini blimp around the Timberwolves Stadium, have it burned down. Everyone thinks you died.
Boom, he's gone. I think it was because it was hydrogen. It was like a hydrogen blimp.
Yeah, some type,
Which is
hydrogen type shit.
yeah. So
The Nazis were huge with those blimps, of course.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
That was a Nazi blimp.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's wild. But yeah, you're right about that, Mo. I heard in like South America, like these there's like these colonies where like everyone speaks German and everyone's white with blonde hair, blue eyes, like it's crazy. Like everyone, like we didn't get everyone after World War II. Like those people had to go somewhere, you know? So it's wild.
did you know in a lot of South American countries they have max sentencing, like 30 years max?
Oh wow.
And if you look at like the worst serial killers in history, I did this last year with one of my roommates, with Zeb. Like 20 of the top 30 are from South America, and this one guy who's like the third worst of all time, got released like 2 years ago.
Serial killer?
Yup, and no one knows where he is.
Shit.
He's probably good now though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like, are they like serial killers by like
By, like-
really freaky shit, or is it like they just have
Pop,
killed
pop.
a lot of people because they like are in like a gang or something?
Some people believe serial killing is an art.
Oh my god.
Do you believe that?
The guy spelled cereal.
A serial killer.
Like the way they like kill people and like how like they store their body like in the fridge. Like with, I swear to God, there's a whole documentary on it.
People
Yeah,
get
for
people,
sure.
people get off on that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
like, it's like-
fucking
it's like-
weird.
Many movies
Think
and
of that.
documentaries, because of course serial killing can be considered an art, and movies, of course, are an art. So that's how it works out.
There
Have you
go.
guys seen True Detective?
No.
Oh, it's really good. It's like pretty much about this like serial killer who it's like has Matthew McConaughey in it, which
Oh,
like normally I don't
creepy.
love him, but he does a good job. But it's like that's the whole thing. It's like really related to like their artistic expression is like how they like pose the bodies, and it's
Yeah.
so fucked
And, like,
up.
How do they kill him first? Like how to like where to start cutting it? This shit's weird, bro.
Yeah.
People get off on that.
Bro,
And
deep.
they put like so much thought into it, and you're like, ugh.
I read this article about this guy from New York. I'll see if I can pull him up for you guys. What he would do was he would like apprehend young girls, like convince them to go on a date with him and all that stuff, and then he'd kill them and eat them, and then he'd send a letter to the family detailing how they taste and what he did to them.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
How does he know their family?
How does he know what they taste like?
He eats them.
I feel like it's an indescribable taste.
Do you think he like put them in soup or what? Just like ate it raw?
Yeah, or like a nice roast with some vegetables.
Yeah, a meatloaf.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. With some panko. That shit sounds fire.
You're talking about eating a human.
Who was this guy, though?
Let's see if I can pull him up.
Do you pull up the list of the like serial killers?
I did. I just went away from it.
Do you guys ever listen to like murder podcasts?
Yeah, I listened to Dr. Death, if you've heard of that one. It's about this one doctor who basically like slid under the radar. Like you have to do thousands of like surgeries. He was a back surgeon, and you have to do like thousands of surgeries, shadowing and under the supervision of these higher up doctors or whatever. He did about a couple hundred, and then he was able to open his own practice or like work at these various hospitals, and he fucked up like 28 people's backs
on purpose.
The thing is, people don't really know, because I think what they ended up finding out is like it's very possible that he was just such a sociopath and a narcissist that he thought like he was the best in the business, and he would like go against all of his nurses saying like, oh, please stop, like this person doesn't need to have fucking back surgery, whatever.
He tried to put a screw in some lady's like knee or her hip, and he missed so many times. Like he was like, okay, it's done. And then she went back to a different doctor like 2 weeks later. It was just in her fat, just like lodged into her muscle.
Oh my god. What? I didn't even know like back doctors were a thing. That just seems like, oddly specific.
A back surgeon for, you know, if you have need a correction in your spine, if you have a slip disc, whatever. And he also left like a sponge in some dude's neck or something. So some dude was like, there's some shit in his neck, and it's like there's like a fucking sponge in it when they take it out a few weeks later.
That's horrifying. If something was gonna be left in my body, my neck would be the last place I'd want it to be left.
I agree. Who's this guy, Hamza?
Albert Fish. This is what this dude looks like.
Oh, fuck.
Ew.
Oh, I have heard of this guy.
This is the one that, like...
Sends letters to the family and stuff, yeah.
He looks like a creepy guy who would, like, push a cart down the street, like, selling candy or something, you know? Like, in the olden days.
That's how he lures you in.
Yeah.
Looks like a snake oil
Look at
salesman.
that fucking bowler hat. It's like the evil guy from Meet the Robinsons.
So...
Oh, he's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York.
He looks like he's British as fuck.
Yeah.
New York is a weird place.
Probably fought in the fucking Civil War. When is he? How old is he?
1924. Or he's born in 1870.
Oh, gotcha.
Ew. I think motive said sexual gratification. That's
oh yeah, he'd rape some of them too.
Jesus.
3-year-old.
Mo back here leaving you guys. I accidentally went outside without saying anything. I was enjoying my time on the porch on the nice lawn chair. My first porch session of the year. So I'm gonna leave you. I love you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Signing off. Adios.
Love you too.
He would there's this one girl, he like took her on a date, and he like forced her back to go to his place, and then he raped her, killed her, ate her, and he like stalked her for a bit. That's how we knew. And then put a letter in like the family's thing, like, yeah, this is why she didn't come back. This is what I did to her, like step by step. This is how I cooked her. This is how she tasted, and this is like how I'd rate how well she was compared to other people I ate.
Oh hell no! Imagine like your kid goes missing for like 10 hours, and you're like freaking out, and then you get a letter in the mail that's like, in case you were like wondering where your daughter went, I ate her.
She's in my stomach.
She's in my belly, and I had a good dinner last night.
He's definitely the type of dude to watch like 2 Dudes, 1 Horse, or whatever. He's the fucking dude to watch those videos. He's the market, I feel like. No offense if you watch those videos, but... Have you ever seen
those, Obsa?
You heard of them, alright?
No.
Bro, so...
You've never heard of 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Oh, I've heard.
2 Girls, 1 Cup, 2 Dudes, 1 Horse.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
2 Dudes, 1... 2 Dudes... I think there's 2 Dudes, 1 Cup or something. But, like...
It's that shit, right? The 2 girls.
Where they shit in the cup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Wait, okay, this
that
is
on
like...
YouTube?
Yeah.
No. At one point it was on YouTube.
bro.
Really?
Yeah.
That
for
was
sure.
fucking back in the day.
Like when I watched it, it was
That's how
definitely
old I
on
am.
YouTube.
Yeah. That's
Fucking
crazy.
ancient. No.
Did y'all use Napster or LimeWire ever?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I know of it though.
Oh, okay.
That's literally where I used to get my music.
Bro.
I was like
Some
really
mom
into...
got 40 million. She got sued for 40 million.
Really?
Because it's so easy. Because you're pirating basically
Yeah.
off of it, and it's
Yeah.
easy
Bro,
for.
I have like 500 albums from there still on my old computer.
Yeah. But just some soccer mom just downloaded this cool song she thought, and then got sued.
Damn.
She downloaded one song and
Yeah.
got sued for 40 million.
Pretty sure,
What?
yeah.
How's that even work?
I know so many people have like hundreds of thousands
Yeah.
of songs that they illegally downloaded.
They actually keep track of that shit? How would they even find you? Well, they can find anyone. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I always think they don't care enough.
I feel like usually they don't, unless it's like.
They were probably just making an example out of it.
Yeah.
True.
And they were like, actually, we're not gonna charge you.
Right. Good point.
Minnesota woman to pay $220,000 fine for 24 illegally downloaded songs.
Only 24. Oh my god, that's
man.
like
That's not as much. as I
2
thought it was gonna be.
albums.
That's crazy.
What'd she download, man? Better
That's
have
like
been worth it.
20 future albums.
She downloaded like the Moana soundtrack. Like,
Yeah, right.
For her
like-
daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like her kid or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah,
What did they download?
it
Does it
doesn't
say?
say. No, I bet it was like
Oh.
That'd be free.
So
2000
much for
2000
good news
2012.
nowadays.
I wonder what it was.
For real.
But yeah, some crazy stuff happened. Doing it big.
Shit, bro.
This is like kind of related, but not really. My roommate was telling me the other day about this video. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's similar. But this girl like put a like mason jar in her butthole, and then it like shattered.
Oh, I have heard of it. That's the one I was thinking of. The two dudes, one
What?
cup, but it was I
What?
was just completely off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm so glad I don't watch.
Or
that
it's like
shit.
that trend where people were like putting light bulbs in your mouth because you can like get it in, but you can't get it out. You know?
What about like the Kylie Jenner lip challenge?
Also bad.
People got fucked up by that. I'm pretty sure.
know.
Did you ever try that?
No. I did like suck my lips into a bottle. Oh my god.
Is that real? Okay, thank
Oh,
God.
I was like,
thank
holy shit.
God.
I did like suck my lips into a bottle one time when I was like in Mexico, and I had like a bruise all the way around my mouth for the whole trip. Like all of our
Jesus.
pictures. So bad.
Why do people put themselves through that shit? Have you seen like the ASMR videos of like girls like eating makeup?
Did you see
Yeah.
that 13-year-old?
Oh my God.
Some 13-year-old girl does YouTube ASMR, and she had
Oh,
a
yeah,
ton of
she's,
videos
like,
taken
so
down because it
famous.
was sexual content.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because this
no.
little girl was eating something sticky.
So is
And then she-
ASMR like a sexual thing?
No.
No, it started off like I remember in high school it was like a sleep aid, but it wasn't like people making noises. It was just like tech
Sounds.
noises.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Now she's quitting YouTube because of it.
really?
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like super famous
Mhm.
actually. Yeah. I watched. Do you guys watch Cody at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has this like one video reacting to this girl who like eats deodorant as
Yes,
like ASMR.
that's what I was referring to. Yeah.
So grody.
That
Literally,
shit's
I was watching
disgusting.
it and was like, this cannot be real. It's so ill.
People do some whack shit.
I know.
Like it's literally, I just don't understand how people like get to that point. You know,
yeah.
a lot of it is for
Clickbait.
money, for
Yeah.
clickbait, for money. Like they're making bank off that shit. You know.
For sure. What's the weirdest clickbait thing you guys have ever clicked on?
Probably some like
Fast cash now.
yeah.
I don't. I click on clickbait if it's like a game I think is interesting. Like I just downloaded one today.
What'd you download?
It's called
was a-
Spinning Blades. No, not sponsored.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll
that's
show you
sick.
guys how it works. It's a pretty cool game. It's by Voodoo because they
A
make
classic
everything
game.
now.
Yeah.
When I was 13, I would just click on all the thumbnails with boobs. So that's probably like the biggest clickbait thing I've
Yeah, that's how it works.
experienced.
So I wasn't trying that time. Just
Oh.
disclaimer. But
Turn on the sound.
An
This
ad.
is great content. Hey, we
This
got
is
ads
an
on our
ad.
we got ads on our show. That's sick.
Nice.
I'll
You're not gonna
I-
like splurge the 99 cents to get no ads. Come on, Hamza.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I have done that a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I remember when I was like so into Candy Crush, like literally so into Candy Crush.
Mhm.
Did I tell you I finally deleted it?
congratulations.
But I never spent any money. It's my proudest accomplishment, honestly.
That's big. That's
Yeah.
big.
Did I want to? Yeah, all the time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh, so you just collect blades.
And then you kill people.
Whoa,
with
stop
it.
moving for a sec.
Then it turns
That's
into a
my
shield.
sick.
But you get your shield for a limited amount of time. Then you
Dude,
gotta
this
let
is
it
like
reload.
Holio,
Yeah, it's exactly.
but
like
with
Polio.
blades.
But with blades, Bladio. It's
What's
called.
Holio?
It's called Bladio.
No, it's just a blade game.
Oh, Holio.
Yeah, have you ever played that?
It's like a Gario, fucking Slithero, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like the best one of all of those for
Gotcha.
sure.
I used to be some hot shit, and then my rank got kind of high, and now I'm just ass
In
On
Bladio.
Holio or Slitherio?
in this game. I've won Holio so many times.
Dude, Holio is so fun.
I've gotten to like rank 2 on Slitherio.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of hot. fuck, this person's so big.
At the VO,
No,
you
like,
just
overall,
go to the
like,
visit office and just play Slitherio for hours and hours.
And then Heidi came in.
That was the shit in high
Hi.
school.
Yeah.
In high school, we were on Slitherio like crazily.
Agario.
And Agario, that shit went so hard.
It definitely went like Agario, then Slitherio, then...
So then I just go like.
Then
Oh
just
my
like all
God.
these knockoffs.
You're huge.
Go
Look
crazy.
Look how many swords you have.
And I like how it's kind of like a little bit of strategy because you have to block and damn.
Watch a video. Ads.
All right. Well, on that note, do you have to leave, Hamza?
Yeah, I probably leave soon.
All right, cool.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I hope you guys liked it. I'm your host Hamza.
I'm Clark. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much.
And I'm Isabelle.
Yeah, that's my cousin Izzy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. If you guys want to be featured on here or just have any questions for us or want to be a guest, email 7th Street
Podcast at gmail.com.
It's checked by me, not Clark. I'm the one who runs all this shit. Just a shout out to
Okay.
I also want to give a shout out to Rise
and Wine.
Rise and Wine. It's Izzy's podcast. It's led by her and the great man Seamus. It's really cool. You guys should check it out. It's on iTunes.
I think it's on iTunes for sure.
iTunes,
Yeah.
maybe some other medias. It's
Yeah.
really cool. You guys should check it out. On a final note,
I just want to express my deep love and gratitude to everyone and just say, thanks so much and have a